Hey everyone, RJ here. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'll be doing an unboxing and taking a brief look at the TCL 30V 5G. So first things first, I want to give a special thanks to TCL for sending this phone out for unboxing and reviewing. Now this phone was released back around January or February of this year. So in this video here, I will just be giving you a few specs of the phone, giving you my initial first thoughts, and just showing you the phone, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get started in with the specs, and then we'll get into the phone. So as far as the display, we got a 6.67 inch IPS LCD display coming in at 1080 by 2400 with a 20 by 9 aspect ratio at 395 pixels per inch. This phone does have a glass front, of course, Gorilla Glass 3 with a plastic frame and a plastic back. This phone runs the Qualcomm Snapdragon 480 processor, which is a 5G chip, with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of onboard storage with an SD card slot. So that's nice to see that there. Now for the cameras, on the rear we got a 50 megapixel wide angle lens, a 5 megapixel ultra wide lens, and a 2 megapixel macro lens, and video tops out at 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now the front camera is a 16 megapixel camera. It's a wide angle lens with video record at 1080p at 30 frames per second. For the battery, we have a 4500 milliamp hour non-removable battery with 18 watt quick charge. It does have a rear mounted fingerprint scanner, dual stereo speakers. It's running on TCL's UI and on Android version 11. So with all that, let's go ahead and take a look at the phone. Now the box here, of course, on the side shows you some of the specs I done told you about. On the rear shows you the smartphone pre-installed, SIM card, stuff like that, charging brick and all that kind of stuff there. Let's go ahead and pop the top off of this box. Okay, and right on top here we have the phone. Go ahead and pull it out and put it to the side for a moment. And we'll see just what not does come in the box here. So it looks like that you got just your TCL quick start guide right here, along with your 18 watt charging brick here in the box. So really nice stuff to see that there. Yeah, getting harder to come by. And also we have your USB-A to USB Type-C charging port, and that's about it. So we're back with phone in hand, and first impressions of holding the phone, it's got a nice feel to it, got a nice weight to it. Look at the phone here, you can see it's got a nice glossy, kind of a shiny look. Now, if you've seen this design before, there's several TCLs that look like this. Okay, this right here is a 30V 5G, which is exclusively for Verizon. Then we have the TCL 30XE 5G for Metro, I think Boost, T-Mobile, and they're pretty close. The 30V is a little bit bigger, but yeah, kind of the same design. Also, from I think it was last year, we have the TCL 20A 5G. If it was on visible. So you can see there are a lot of the same designs here with these phones. And honestly, it's not a bad design. I kind of like the way, the camera up here is, the way, it goes down in a straight line here. Triple cameras, really nice. Fingerprint scanner, TCL branding, the Verizon 5G logo down there on the bottom. So yeah, not bad. On the right side here is your power button, your volume rocker. On top, you got a headphone jack, which is nice, and microphone. On the left, we only have your SIM and SD card slot. And on the bottom, you got a microphone, USB Type-C charging port, and bottom firing speaker. Let's go ahead and power this thing up. There we go. TCL. Nice. TCL is some great phones, y'all. Alright, so I'll go ahead and get it all set up, and I'll come back when it's finished. Okay, so we're back. Phone is powered on. However, I'm currently stuck here on this screen for it, trying to do the initial setup and everything. And I'm at 2% battery, so I'm not able right now to actually go through the phone and the settings and all that kind of stuff to be able to show you everything about this phone right now. However, I'm going to give it a full charge. I will install my apps, my games, run some tests on it, stuff like that. And I'll be back in a couple of days with this phone. So be sure to stay tuned to the channel. So far, I am liking the way this phone looks, the way it feels. I mean, it's got just a really nice little design to it. I like the way TCL, is designing their phones. And, and they're relatively inexpensive. They don't cost you an arm and a leg, which is a good thing. But I will report back here in a few days on the TCL 30V 5G. So that's all I'm going to say right now. I want to say thanks again to TCL for sending this phone out for unboxing and reviewing. I'll be back in a few days with a more detailed video. So if it's helpful in the form of it anyway, hit that like button. Any questions you may have, leave it down below. If you're new around here, consider subscribing and clicking that bell. Turn it on for all notifications of future videos like this and others to come. I'd appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.